the three things that I think about, I mean, I think others do too, but the three things I kind of think about in this journey is around connectivity, cloud, and applications. Not because I'm a connectivity guy, but that's the first one I think about because I live in the world of networking. But I'll start with some of the others. I'll start at the bottom. So applications is what's really one of the key things, right? Who cares about storage and and compute, right? Your customers don't care about that. They really care about the applications. One of the applications is SD-WAN, and Troy's going to talk a lot about that later on here. But that's an example. Everybody uses Office 365. Most people use Salesforce. These are the things that are really driving migration to the cloud. Some of the basics of the cloud itself, as I mentioned earlier, the word cloud is become vague now. But when I think about cloud, I think about three things: networking, I think about storage, and I think about compute, right? Because essentially, what you've done is taken compute and storage and networking that lived in the data center, and exported it, if you will, up to a different location, around the country and around the world that actually does that, right? There's compute power, there's storage, and there's networking that make these applications work. And then, from a connectivity perspective, in the old world, the data center was in a room, right? It's now called private cloud, right? It was all in a room. So you had storage, compute, networking all sitting in a room like this. There was probably lots of air conditioning. There wasn't any wine in the room, by the way. This is a distraction over here. But there was a lot of more. There was air conditioned units, so it's pretty chilly, in that data center. But one thing have changed for sure is to connect your storage device to your server, to your network, it was a cable, right? You just ran a cable from A to Z up and down the cabinets. Today's world has changed, right? Compute's hundreds, if not thousands of miles away. Storage is the same. And you need networking. You need networking. You need actually a reliable network, right? As you kind of stretch this cable, 500 miles, 1,000 miles, you need reliable networking so that you could get to your data and you could use the compute power wherever it lives, right? So fundamentally, what that really means is you need to, kind of leverage this software-defined network. And I have a high-level drawing of what kind of our SDN network pretty much look like. Fundamentally, it's connected by fiber, and we have that switches and routers that make up that lay on top of the fiber. But more importantly, that network is connected at critical points around the world so that you could get access to applications, wherever. So for example, and Todd's going to talk some more about this. For example, we're connected in 1623, and at 1623 we could get access to the cloud there. We're connected in Chicago at 350 Cermak. We're connected at 910 in Denver. These are places that where we could connect to get access to where the cloud products. More interesting about an SDN network. It's not your old network where you need to order a circuit and wait 90 days for it to show up. It is real time. Right? You log on a portal, you provision a port, you select the bandwidth you need, you press go, and boom, in seconds, it's all set up, and you start using it. So that's the whole big advantage of a software-defined network. It enables agility, speed to market. It's very easy to use, and like your mobile phone, you could get hooked in it pretty quickly. And you could reconfigure it. Say, for example, you need bandwidth, in certain locations of your network, you could move bandwidth around, turn it on, turn it off as required. So that's the tremendous value of these SDN networks that are out there.